My blessing from above, though in darkness have no fear, light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass, for I know in this life there will be some pain, but remember that love, yes it will, love will reign, yeah, love will reign, yeah, in my heart I believe it, love will reign, have a vision, it's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain, far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow. There's gonna be some pain, but remember that love, yes it will. I know, yeah, love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe sun will shine again, and love. Someday, pain will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain, but in the end, love will reign. Oh.
Love Will Rain. I'm over here jamming. I love this song, Love Will Rain. It is written and recorded by Kier Coleman Ward. And listen, I think he is an amazing artist, and you should check out his music. Love Will Rain. I'm Marcus Holmes, and I am the love activist. I'm advocating for a better love for you and me. So, whether you're watching live on Facebook, from which we emanate, live from TikTok, live from Instagram, live from YouTube events, or Twitch TV, I want to welcome you tonight to another episode of Love and Stuff, where we broach topics from the inbox in the hopes that someone can up their love game. If we decide one by one that we're going to increase the amount of love in the world, one person, one relationship, one community at a time, what a better world will this be? So take a moment to click share, tag 5 of your closest friends, 5 of your closest connections, subscribers, or followers, 5 of the more popular ones to join in tonight's discussion. And I'm going to take a moment to just make sure that I'm sharing across platforms with everyone. And while we're doing that, thank you for coming in. Come right on in. Um, Others, so this is Tuesday nights at 8:30. I'm now adding in my friends over at TikTok to join in, along with all of the other friends, right? From Facebook, from the Marcus Our Homes page, all the love groups that we're connected to, relationship groups that we're connected to, the Love and Stuff community page from which we emanate, YouTube events, Instagram, and Twitch. I think I've said them all. Jamie Boyd is here, one of our day ones from Love and Stuff. Thank you for watching on Instagram. I hope you will share and kind of get the audience going there. And then I've got our string, Jay Young, Mike D, and others that are joining me on TikTok. Come right on in. I just want to share this topic with you in the hopes that it will cause you to up your love game. All right. And hey there, thank you so much for joining. All right, click share and tag someone. Matter of fact, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not doing. I'm going to click share and tag it to get some people to join me as well. Our goal on Tuesday night is to increase the amount of love in the world, one person at a time. And if that sounds like something that you want to be part of, join us. All right, that's what I'm doing. Some folks that are around on. All right, I see some folks that are there. All right, that should be okay. Good. All right, thank you for sharing. All right, so we go to the inbox because there are some wonderful topics there. And I just want to remind you that you're always welcome to join us inside Love and Stuff. It is a community of folks who are walking a self care journey. We believe that self care is your love and your gratefulness speaking to your worthiness. You have to do something about your self care. So we started in January with getting a good night's sleep. That's right, the beginning of the year. Because if you don't get a good night's sleep, your body, your systems are not going to perform optimally. Your brain isn't going to perform optimally, and your life will be out of kilter. So we started there. In February, we learned that you need to eat to live and not live to eat. And that's a big challenge for me. I'm a big foodie, and all of my blood work was out of its whack, as my doctor would say. And I know that I've got to rein some things in. So, guess what I'm having for dinner tonight? I'm having an avocado and a boiled egg because I've had some other things earlier. I had some dumpling soup, a salad, and some of these deep fried rolls. So, I got to counter that, right? But you got to take care of yourself. You eat to live and don't live to eat. Okay. Number three, third month, we were all marching into fitness. Okay. Fourth month was about setting healthy boundaries. And now we're talking about being grateful, a topic that I feel pretty well versed on, considering that I've authored a book called The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. And so I thought it would be good to start out our month. It's the first Tuesday for us in the month, talking about um, maybe in this case, the absence of gratefulness in the relationship. So I'm going to pin it there. And I hope that everyone will be able to see it across platforms. I don't know TikTok if you'll be able to see it. It's sometimes tough on TikTok trying to pin it places, but it looks like it pinned most of the other places. Instagram and TikTok, I apologize. I'm going to read it for you. All right. People's a Menace, thank you for joining. Conservative C, thank you so much. And here is the topic, okay? I'm a 52-year-old Black man who's been married to my wife for 11 years. When we met, she was deep in debt, had just been laid off, and didn't have much direction. So, I wondered, well, what made you? Okay. I helped her fix her credit, get her resume tight, and get a great job. I even gave her the money to start a side business she runs from home. Now she's doing better than ever, and I'm proud of that. But it's like the better she's doing, the worse she treats me. She complains about the smallest things, constantly nags me, and acts like I'm a burden. I didn't do all of this to hear about how I wash dishes or why I don't smile enough. I'm feeling bitter, like I gave her the world and now she's taking me for granted. What do I do? So I wanted to broach this topic and invite you to join in the comments and share your input as to what you think he should do. I synthesized some things. Thank you, Teresa Smith. I synthesized some things that I thought would be of good grace. And what I do is I typically, like I do with HR, what I do when it comes to relationships is I synthesize. I'm the reporter. I synthesize the experiences of couples who've been married 65 years and who've been married 6 months and everybody in between. And I share their experiences in the hope that someone else will think about those experiences and up their love game. Okay. So I'm always talking to couples, talking to married people because they have a wealth of information. Hey, sis, they have a wealth of information, some of them just from their experiences. Don't ever think that you can't learn something from someone else, especially someone else who's gone through things, but also people who synthesize the information, which is me, and use wisdom in sharing it. And if you want a dose of wisdom, just ask for it. God gives it freely. But I synthesize that information in the hopes that people will look at themselves and see themselves and say, hey, maybe I should navigate my relationships with husband, wife, boo, bae, uncle, grandpa, TT, mama, nephew, niece. I should navigate them differently to achieve more love in the world. And that's what I'm all about, more love in the world. Thank you, Miss Thomas. Thank you, Ronald Pratt. And thank you, Eric Chisholm, for joining. I hope you will click share and tag some folks to join us. All right. So that's the topic, this 50-plus-year-old gentleman, 52-year-old gentleman who's been married 11 years, basically helped his wife turn her life around, his side of the story, right? He got her out of debt. She's debt free. Student loans, other kinds of debt, credit card debt free. She had just been laid off when they met. So this is met. And he helped her to get her resume, helped her to get a job, gave her money to start her side business, and she's doing well, debt free. Did I say debt free? Of course, he ended up marrying her. She's doing well. But now that she's doing well, it's almost as if, in his estimation, it's not enough, that he can never fully do enough. She's always complaining. And the big thing that I'm always talking about here, if anybody's watched Love and Stuff, is nag muffin. I say when a woman or man nags, it's called being a nag muffin. She's constantly nagging him. Acting like he's a burden. She nags about the smallest things. I want to hear from you. He's asking, what should he do? I have some suggestions of what he should do, and I'm going to get into those, but I want to give you a chance to drop your thoughts in the comments. And as you're doing that, I want to just drop to one of our sponsors. June Rochelle Eaton is an amazing partner, and she has a company called Detroit Couture. Ladies, if you're looking for the bomb outfits, fellas, you're looking for something nice for your wife or special one for Mother's Day, check out DetroitCouture.com.
Hi, my name is June Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black and olive, and it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
I can't tell you enough about DetroitCouture.com. June is an amazing proprietor. She is an entrepreneur who cares about the quality of the product, the quality of the customer experience, the quality of the relationship, and fitting within your own specific budget. I don't think that you can ask for more when you're looking for couture fashion, when you're looking for one of a kind pieces, when you're looking to step in the room for Mother's Day brunch and people say, "Who is that?" June is the person that helps you to curate that kind of fashion. And it doesn't matter where you are around the world. She can ship to you and she can do a virtual experience with you where you get to see the items that you will purchase and wear virtually. Okay. So I want you to understand that um, DetroitCouture.com is a partner to us and that you cannot go wrong by investing in your loved one or in yourself. Thank you, June, for being a partner. We're talking about this gentleman. It's the month of grateful. And we're talking about this gentleman who feels that his wife is not grateful for all that he has done for her. From the inbox, he is sharing that he is 52 and his wife of 11 years, who, when they met, didn't have very much going for herself, but he saw potential in her. He helped her to become debt free. She's debt free. They're married. She was laid off. She now has a job. And he helped fund her side hustle that is going very well. And now that she's doing better, he feels like she's treating him worse. Instead of treating him better for all he's done, his thought is that she's treating him worse. And so he's saying, "What should I do?" And so I went to talking to people in the inbox, talking to couples, married couples, talking to couples whose marriage didn't make it, because some of them have some great advice. So it's not just always the people who have succeeded at something. Some of the people who have tried and failed and moved on have learned powerful lessons as well. And so I synthesized some information, of course, from some relationship experts as well. And I came up with 4 ways that he can counter her constant nagging and complaining. So if anybody has been in a relationship ever where the person nagged and complained, give me some likes or loves, hearts or stars, wherever platform you are. Have you been in a relationship where your partner nagged and complained? And if your partner's sitting right next to you, then just look straight. Don't even hit the button. don't, don't tell on them. Don't get it. Don't have me in the midst of your argument. But if you can respond, if you can't just blink fast, but if you can respond, hearts and thumbs up and likes to say, "Hey, I've experienced that where it wasn't quite, I had some nagging going on." I'm going to hear from you. Okay. I don't see any hearts moving. So nobody's had any nagging. Okay. Well, in case you have, okay, I want to share these 4 ways to counter that nagging and complaining. All right. And if you let me know by comments in the inbox if this is something that you like to have, I'll certainly send it to you free of charge. It'll be yours to have. All right. And when I say free of charge, of course, I'm going to ask for your name and email address. I want to be honest. So That doesn't mean that some point down the road, you won't cross an offer. And you can always opt out, but I just want to be clear on that. All right. First way is to shift from fixer to mirror. Okay, we're talking about 4 ways to counter her constant nagging and complaining, or his constant nagging and complaining, ladies, if it's you. Shift from fixer to mirror. Okay, so stop fixing everything and start reflecting her tone. This match of expression, this match of energy is something I do quite often, and people, I'll be honest, they don't like it. It it's startling to them. So if someone starts yelling at me, sometimes, depending on the environment, I will yell back. And people say, you should not do that. I do that to reflect their tone. And they say, why are you yelling? I said, because you were. I wanted you to see what you were doing. Now, here's a better way, okay, that I think you will find makes sense. And it is from a leading researcher on marital stability. So that's just my 2 cents, but I'm going to give you the research. Calmly repeat her complaints back to her word for word to show her how they land. And an example might be, so you're upset because I didn't fold the towels the way you like? See, this can spotlight maybe how petty or excessive her comments sound. Sometimes people just need to hear what they're saying to say, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. I'm just upset about something else, right? So you're shifting from fixer to mirror. So what it means is that instead of jumping in to defend yourself or fix the issue every time your partner criticizes you, you're going to reflect their statements back to them in a calm and inquisitive tone, because this can create awareness without aggression. You want to create awareness without aggression. Thank you for joining over there on TikTok. Now, Dr. John Gottman says it works because Dr. John Gottman is a leading marital stability researcher. He says it works because he found that contempt and criticism are 2 of the top 4, what's called the 4 horsemen that predict divorce. Whole nother show. And so reflecting statements instead of defending is a way to help diffuse the escalating tone and bring the focus back to the message. What's the message here? Okay. And according to Dr. Gottman's research from the University of Washington, couples who respond to each other's criticism with reflective listening instead of defensiveness are 47% more likely to stay together longer and stay together long term. Okay. So an example application for shifting from fixer to mirror is, instead of saying, you're always on my case, you might say, so what I'm hearing is that the way I load the dishwasher made you feel ignored. Did I get that right? It shows the interaction, but it shifts the emotional temperature. Okay. And you want to shift the emotional temperature when criticism is happening, because you want to show that you are curious about the criticism and not jumping to defend the criticism. Okay. So number 1 is shifting from fixer to mirror. All right. And while you're cogitating on that and dropping in the comments, Juan Carlos has joined us. Thank you so much. Du has joined us. I want to just bring to you another one of our partners, Christina the Money Coach. Christina the Money Coach is an amazing financial resource for all. Thank you, Finest Glass, for joining us. She's an amazing resource. And if you're trying to get your financial house in order, I want you to consider Powerful Money Tools, LLC.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So, once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. We can't wait to help you in your financial future.
Powerful Money Tools LLC can't wait to help you to get your financial footing and your financial future. If you've ever had challenges with your credit and issues going on with saving and trying to get a house, trying to get a car, trying to get ahead, trying to stabilize, Christina specializes in helping people in those areas. And I can tell you from a number of women in particular in the Love and Stuff community have come back to me and said, Christina is amazing. She's helped me to get blah, 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 right? To help to get this and that, right? And so I want you to consider that if you are in the need of financial coaching, you're in the need of financial literacy. Christina, the Money Coach, is your person, and she can't wait to help you. Powerful Money Tools LLC across all platforms. RB Woods has joined us on Instagram. Finest Glass has joined us on Facebook. Shonda 87 has joined us. Hello, Shonda, on TikTok, as well as others. We're talking from the inbox on this Tuesday evening, love and stuff. I am not a loveologist or a licensed psychologist. I'm just a love activist. I want everybody to experience the love that they want in this world, to thrive in love in 2025. And I believe that all of us have the potential and possibility to take our love journey to the next level. So tonight we're talking from the inbox, sharing from a 52-year-old gentleman who feels that he's done everything for his wife and feels that the more that he's done for her, the more that she wants to complain. Thank you, Shonda. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you'll click share and invite some of your friends. And so I synthesized the information. I'll quickly read the topic because I know on Instagram and on TikTok you can't see the topic. I apologize. He writes, I'm a 52-year-old Black man who's been married to my wife for 11 years. When we met, she was deep in debt, had just been laid off, and didn't have much direction. I helped her fix her credit, get her resume tight, and get a great job. I even gave her money to start a side business she runs from home. Now she's doing better than ever, and I'm proud of that. But it's like the better she's doing, the worse she treats me. She complains about the smallest things, constantly nags me, and acts like I'm a burden. I didn't do all of this to hear about how I wash dishes or why I don't smile enough. I'm feeling bitter, like I gave her the world, and now she's taking me for granted. What do I do? So the first thing that I suggested and what you should do is shift from fixer to mirror. Instead of jumping in to defend yourself or fix the issue every time your partner criticizes you, reflect their statements back to them in a calm and inquisitive tone to create awareness without aggression. All right. So that is number one. I'm moving to number two, which is reinstate your boundaries. Let her know that constant criticism is emotionally draining and not the love language you signed up for. So use I statements instead of you statements. I feel disrespected when every conversation turns into what I'm doing wrong. Instead of saying you disrespect me, you are wrong, share with the person that you love, the person that you're committed with, the person that you said, whatever you said in your vow or commitment. I feel this way when this happens. I feel this way when you do this. Reinstate your boundaries is number two. Okay. And what it means is that you have to set emotional boundaries around how you expect to be spoken to and treated, especially when past support is being overlooked or replaced by criticism. Welcome, Alonzo Bates. So you got to set emotional boundaries around how you expect to be spoken to and treated, especially in light of the past support, right? And when that past support is being overlooked and replaced with criticism, you have to be able to speak up about it. Okay. Now, Dr. Henry Cloud, who is a psychologist, says it works because he says emphasizing boundaries aren't about controlling the other person. The emphasis is on protecting your peace. Emotional boundaries create emotional and psychological safety, especially for men who don't often express their emotions and who feel under or unappreciated. This resonated with me because I have a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. And in some of those conversations, men say they don't want to talk because they feel unheard, underappreciated, or unappreciated. So it's important that when you are having dialogue, that you allow that man to state his boundaries, and man, that you find enough safety to create an emotional boundary. Okay. Because that emotional boundary creates the very psychological safety that all men want, or most men want. Okay. And in a study published by the Journal of Marriage and Family, couples with clearly communicated boundaries reported 32% higher relationship satisfaction and 44 fewer daily arguments. Think about that. Couples who have clearly communicated boundaries have higher relationship satisfaction, a third higher, and almost half fewer daily arguments. Can anybody relate to daily arguments that you've had, sometimes about the same thing over and over again? What if you clearly communicated what your boundaries were? You might be able to avoid some of those very conversations, okay? Arguments, heated fellowship, as some will say. And the example application is, you might say to your spouse, your significant other, your boo or your bae, when our conversations focus only on what's wrong, I will tend to shut down. I need to be spoken to with the same level and respect and grace that I give to you. This gives you the opportunity to create a safe space for the person to acknowledge what they are giving to you. Not always will they immediately acknowledge it. And that's why you have to continue to communicate about what it is. And here is the boundary. When you raise your voice, when you start to cuss at me, when you start to yell, when you start to throw things, when you start to spaz out or have a tantrum, when you slam things, whatever it is that is the trigger, when our conversations go there and you're focusing on what's wrong, you can expect that I'm going to shut down, and we can regroup and talk when the cooler heads prevail. And then follow through with those actions. And at the end, say, I expect the same level of respect and grace that I try to give you. And you follow that up. Am I giving you grace and respect? Because that might be a conversation that you all need to have. Okay, very important. We're talking from the inbox about love and relationships. I know for the TikTok group, this is something a little different that you get, but on Tuesday nights at 8:30, I thought I would have you be involved so that you might benefit from some of the things that I'm doing on other platforms. And those of you that are on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitch TV, I appreciate you all. And I hope that you will click, share, and tag someone. Thank you, Makiba Smith, for liking the live and joining us on TikTok. Thank you so much. All right. Before we go to number 3, I just want you to know that there are some amazing opportunities as it relates to love and stuff. And one of them is to love the brand that you wear. Because we believe in love and stuff. We wear the brand we love the brand we wear, and we live the brand. What do I mean? We try our level best to up our love game in every interaction, and that's tough to do every day. None of us have perfected it, but we're committed to more love in the world. If that resonates with you, you should consider our gear.
What you wear says something about you, about who you are, what you believe, and what you stand for. So here in the Love and Stuff community, we wear the brand that we live, and we live the brand that we wear because we love the brand. It's all about increasing the amount of love in the world and upping our love game. And if that's what you're about, you should wear it too.
That's what you're about. You should wear it too. And I want you to know that we have a ton of gear. And I'm sharing with you My Love is Front and Center, which is one of our brand models that we believe. Thank you, Makiba. Thank you so much. I plan to come back if I'm welcome to go back there. I don't know. They may not want me to come back there. My Love is Front and Center, sweatshirt and t-shirt. It's in our Shopify store, HR Passion Guy Shopify store. We believe that the only way you're going to experience the kind of love that you want to experience is if you wear your love where it can be seen and displayed. I know that requires vulnerability, right? Because you can't just experience love when you hide it. You have to open yourself up to it. And we believe that that is the best way to experience love. All right. We, of course, have our flagship Love and Stuff t-shirt that our ambassador, Richard Dickey Mason, wears so proudly on sets and during auditions. We're just so grateful to him for giving us that extra exposure. The Love and Stuff t-shirt is available in every color, every size, and you can get yours today. The Gratefulness Journey Everyday t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodie, those are all available as well. And we want you to consider getting those as well. Our Love Over Racism t-shirt is available in multicolors. We believe that the love over racism equals the real cost of that is equity. And so we are very serious, very committed to helping there be equity in every space that we are in. As well as I want to show you the All Shades of Girl coloring book is available through the Shopify store. You can get it for young readers, and we hope that mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, uncles and aunts and grandtees and all will read it with them to help them embrace the beauty of their self-identity so that every little girl knows that she's been colored beautiful. We also have Color Me Beautiful t-shirts for adults, workout shirts for adults, sweatshirts for adults, t-shirts for girls, and sweatshirts for girls. And lastly, because we're in the month of Grateful, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you that the Love and Stuff Gratefulness Journey Everyday book is available. It is still on Amazon. We're trying to migrate it to another platform until Amazon hears some of the demands about their anti-DEI stance. We want to help them get to the right place and do the right thing. But the Gratefulness Journey Everyday is available to you now. And you can, if you're on through a Restream, you'll be able to see that. All right. All right. So we talked already about two of the ways in which for our inbox person that he can counter his wife's constant nagging and complaining. Number one was to shift from fixer to mirror. So instead of fixing everything, start reflecting the tone so that she can see a mirror of how she is showing up. Number two is reinstate your boundaries. Okay. Make sure she is aware of the boundaries of how you will be talked to, how you will respond, and set those boundaries. And then number three is make grateful a practice. Make gratefulness a practice, not just a memory. You know, I talk a lot about gratefulness as I am the author of the Gratefulness Journey Every Day. And it's really a practice. I am so grateful to the work of Pandit Dasa, who is world renowned, a former monk, and he's done extraordinary work in the area of mindfulness. I met him at Work Human almost 10 years ago, and the course that I took there was transformative. And along with the regular meditation and time of mindfulness, I have developed a practice of gratefulness. Uh, Brother David Rand um, is the gratefulness guru. And I have had the opportunity to glean from his wisdom. And I know that the practice of gratefulness can transform how you see your life. And then it will change what you say about your life. It'll change the steps that you take. It'll change the trajectory of your life. That's why when I'm doing life coaching, I'm always telling people the number one thing I want them to do is to change their language, because it changes your life. Changing your language changes the behaviors that you evidence. It changes the steps that you take, and it changes the trajectory of your life. Okay. So one of the things is a weekly check-in where you both name two things that you're grateful for that are happening in the relationship. And if either of you struggle to find any, that should force the real issue or issues to the surface. Because if you're in relationship with anybody, you ought to be able to at least once a week check in and talk about two things that you're grateful for that are happening inside that relationship. And if you can't, it should bring forward those real issues that you should be discussing. What this means is that gratefulness needs to be current and mutual. So it's not just about what was done years ago. No, you got to encourage rituals that highlight appreciation in real time. What's been done in real time. And why it works, based on the research from the University of Georgia, is that gratefulness was the most consistent predictor of marital quality, even more than communication style. Gratefulness was the most consistent predictor of marital quality, even more than communication style. Okay. A 2015 study published in Personal Relationships Journal reported that couples who expressed gratefulness regularly were more resilient to conflict and had stronger emotional bonds. And this was across income, and this was across, interestingly enough, the length of marriage. Those who expressed gratefulness were more resilient when it came to conflict and had stronger emotional bonds, regardless of income or length of marriage. Okay. So the application of this number 3 is that you institute one day of the week that's a gratefulness day. So Gratefulness Friday, where each of you share two things you've appreciated about the other that week. And this can have the power and the effect to recenter the relationship around mutual effort and value instead of criticism. Okay, so a Gratefulness Friday. All right, consider that a Gratefulness Friday. Okay, that's number 3. And before we get to number 4, I just wanted to go back to tell you we've got some amazing partners. And one of them, I'm just going to show you she did just a short clip for us. It shows her handiwork. She is Nicole Beads, and she has some awesome bead work. Take a quick look. Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares be. I believe in showcasing the talents, the products, the services of those in and around our community, because those in and around our community, many of them are small business owners, and they thrive on the ability to share their products and services, share their passions and purpose with you. And if they don't maintain customer bases, especially in today's economic instability, they will not be able to thrive and survive. So when there are entrepreneurs who tell me about their business or services, I'm more than happy to share my platform to the extent that I have one with everybody so that I can help to get the word out. I love to connect people to the things they love and to people who can provide them great quality services and products. And I tell you that Nicole, Christina, and June share amazing products. And I wanted you to know that. One more amazing partner who does photography and he does hardwood work. Uh, Ernest Sisson with hardwood flooring. Check Ernest out. I know you see that amazing flooring. Ernest is a genius. He's a genius with his hands, especially, and with his eye for photography. And so Sisson Photography as well will be having a commercial hopefully soon for that. But did you see that amazing, beautiful flooring? He does amazing work. And so I encourage you, if you are looking to have flooring done, to consider the great work of Sisson Flooring. Now, he's based in the Midwest, but he has flown around the country to do flooring. So there aren't any restrictions in having him come to Florida. He did a job there, does a job in many different places. Ernest Sisson, Sisson Flooring, Sisson Hardware. If you're looking for hardware flooring to be installed, or you're looking for a renovation of your floors, repairs of your floors, Sisson Hardware and Flooring is your company. And Ernest, we appreciate you and thank you for being a partner here. Anthony Finley, my brother, has joined us on Facebook. Calvin Welch has joined us on TikTok. Thank you. I hope all of you that are joining will click share and tag someone. We're talking from the inbox about a 52-year-old Black man who's been married to his wife for 11 years. And when they met, she was deep in debt. She had just been laid off and didn't have much direction. He helped her fix her credit. He helped her get out of debt completely. She's debt free. Helped her to get her resume together. She got a new job. He even helped her start her side business, which she runs from home. She's doing better than ever, and he's happy for that. But it's like the better that she's doing, he says, the worse she treats him. She complains about everything. She's constantly nagging him, and she acts like he is a burden. He's saying, I didn't do all of this to hear about how I wash dishes or why I don't smile. I'm feeling bitter, he says. Like I gave her the world and now she's taking me for granted. What do I do? So I came up with 4 ways for him to counter the negativity. Because guess what? If you don't counter that negativity and criticism, the bitterness will just be entrenched in you. And sometimes if you don't work on the bitterness, you can't get better from bitter. If you don't work on it, you're not going to get better from bitter. You can just be entrenched in bitterness and it will eat you up and eat up your life space. And so I wanted to provide him 4 ways to counter. We've already talked through 3 of those ways. I'll recap them very quickly. Number 1, shift from fixer to mirror. So instead of jumping in to defend yourself or fix the issue every time your partner criticizes you, reflect their statements back to them in a calm and inquisitive tone to create awareness without aggression. Okay? So you're going to, instead of saying you're always on my case, you're saying, so what I'm hearing is that the way I load the dishwasher made you feel ignored. Did I get that right? It's almost a reflective listening, according to Dr. John Gottman, who is a leading researcher on marital stability out of the University of Washington. All right. Number 2, reinstate your boundaries, which are important. Set emotional boundaries because emotional boundaries create psychological and emotional safety, especially for men who don't emote, who don't express themselves very often or very well, who feel underappreciated or unappreciated. It's not about controlling the other person, it's about protecting your peace. Okay. And so, an example application we discussed is that when our conversations focus only on what's wrong, it makes me shut down. I need to be spoken to with the same level of respect and grace that I try to give you. Okay. That's a sample application of restating, reinforcing, reinstating your boundaries. All right. Number 3 is make gratefulness a practice, not a memory. Okay. Gratefulness needs to be current and it needs to be mutual. So one of the examples, because the research from the University of Georgia showed that gratefulness was the most consistent predictor of marital quality, even more so than communication style. Okay. Couples who practice gratefulness are more resilient when it comes to conflict, and they had stronger emotional bonds regardless of income, length, or length of marriage. Okay. And the example is to institute a gratefulness Friday or gratefulness day, where each of you share 2 things you appreciate about the other that week. This recenters the relationship on mutual effort and value rather than criticism. Okay. And then number four is don't compete, retreat strategically. Don't compete, retreat strategically. When the energy gets negative, disengage. Go to the gym. Go read. Go focus on your own peace. Absence will reset her expectations and show that your presence, support, and calm are not to be taken lightly. Okay, don't compete, retreat strategically. What that means is rather than engage in the cycle of complaint, because what happens when one person complains, I don't like how you did this. Well, I don't like how you did this. It becomes a cycle of complaining, right? You need to just create distance that isn't punitive, but it is intentional. So when that negative energy comes, pursue peace, not power. Okay. And why this works according to psychology today, with withdrawal from negative interactions, known as stonewalling, when overused, can be damaging. However, intentional retreat with a stated purpose can improve emotional self-regulation and encourage your partner to reflect. And don't we wish, how many times have we been engaged in an argument and say, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I hadn't said that. When you could have chosen to use distance as an intentional way to regulate your emotions and give the other person a chance to do the same and reflect. Okay. So you don't want to just stonewall somebody and be dismissive, but you do want to retreat with a purpose. Say, I need to step away. That jab kind of hit me the wrong way. And let's double back and talk about it when we kind of calm down. I'm going to go to the gym. Okay. The research shows, and a study in emotion by University of California, that it showed that when one partner practices a kind of timeout coping, and when there are some heated exchanges happening, it reduces the cortisol levels and the emotional reactivity in both partners. You know, cortisol works against your blood pressure, it works against your system when it's too high, and it causes you to want to be irritated and react out of that irritation. Well, when you do timeout coping, it reduces that cortisol. Imagine that. Okay. And the example application is to say, instead of getting in the cycle of complaint, say, I care too much about you, or I care too much about this relationship to fight right now. I'm stepping away to cool off. And I'd like to talk when we're both in a better place. Then actually go and refill your cup. Walk, run, gym, music, prayer, rest, whatever refills you. But step away to cool off and commit to talking about it when we're both in a better place. These are the items that I've not only synthesized from some of the experts that are cited, but from couples that have been together and couples that are no longer together who say, I wish I would have practiced gratefulness. I wish I would have stayed out of the cycle of complaint. We would still be together had I not. And so, what I'm saying, both to the gentleman in the inbox and to you, is that you have to find a way in relationships that matter to you to counter the negativity that is occurring in that relationship, if you intend to be in that relationship for any length of time. Well, we're at 9:27. And as I often do at the end of a Love and Stuff show, which I think this is a great inbox topic, is I bring to your attention that you must have some commitment to improve the relationships in your life. The onus cannot just be on the other person. You have to set some level of expectation relative to what is important to you to experience in a relationship. And once you are sure of it, you need to take ownership for your part in it and ask to hold the other person in relationship accountable to the same. It's coming to a level of agreement that this is what our relationship is going to be. This is how we're going to navigate in this relationship. This is what you need, and this is what I need in this relationship for it to be successful. And when you do that and hold each other accountable, you develop emotional bonds that reduce the amount of argument daily, weekly, and monthly. Is it easy? I wouldn't say it is. No one that I've spoken with said it's easy. But every person, including those that are no longer together, said it is necessary, it is valuable, and it is something you should not leave on the table. You can say something to someone and you can't take back the things that you say that are of criticism, right? Sometimes words do hurt and they do injure. But what you can do is think before you get to the point where you're at injury for someone that you profess to love. When you profess to love someone because you're most vulnerable to them, it is probably most, and they to you, it's probably most easy for you to hurt each other. That's why you have to give an extra layer of care and custody for those that you profess to love. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Remember, the quintessential love, God, loves us. He is love, and He's loved us beyond what we can measure. And He wants us to love Him back with all that we have, mind, body, soul, and strength. I'm paraphrasing. And our neighbor as ourselves. In fact, Jesus said, on these two commandments hang all the law and all the prophets. Love God with everything you got, I'm paraphrasing, and love your neighbor as yourself. Well, love your neighbor as who? Yourself. Now think about that for a second, because I don't believe that most people sit around and think about loving themselves. But think about it. If you loved yourself, would you mistreat yourself? Would you speak poorly to yourself? Would you take yourself for granted? Now, I bet if you're thinking about it, you're probably thinking, I have done some of those things to myself, right? But should you? And should anyone else expect, as an outpouring of the love that you have for yourself, that they would experience this kind of poor love? If your answer to that is no, I wouldn't want anybody to experience a poor love, then start loving yourself and use it as a measuring stick for how you will love others. I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist. I'm advocating for better love for you and me. And if that resonates with you, join us each Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Love and Stuff. And join Inside Love and Stuff if you're on a journey where you know that your love and gratefulness should be speaking to your worthiness about your worth in this world to care for yourself, mind, body, and soul. That resonates with you, go to the Love and Stuff community page and click Inside Love and Stuff under groups, and you'll be asked a few questions, and then you're in our group walking with us on the 12-month journey to transform your life and get better and better each and every year. As we go to a close, I just want to share this from MJ from Shies of Sunset, who was so kind to make this video regarding the gratefulness journey every day. And if it resonates with you, I hope you will consider getting your copy and starting on your transformative journey every day. After 30 days, you're on the journey every day. Here's MJ.
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay, so we're gonna check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm, yeah. Born and dead, saved by love. How my blessing.